Hi, I'm Patrick Kelly, and I'm the pastor of River Pointe Church in the Houston area. We have 3 campuses, 2 of which are in the suburbs, and for whatever reason, we've been fairly effective at reaching the millennial generation. Now, this is strange to me because I'm 51 years old. My birth year is actually the last year of the baby boomer generation, so I don't know exactly how we're doing this. So what I did is I took the millennials that are working for us, 12, 13, 15 of them or so, and we started having lunch together because they're all about free food. And I said, hey, what does it take for a church to reach a millennial generation? Every report is saying now that this is a generation of people that have less and less interest in the church. So what can we do to reach you? Well, they had so much insight over these meetings. I thought it was just best to let them share with you what they thought it would take to reach people just like them, the millennial.
My name is Laura, and I'm a millennial. First-person illustrations are important to me. I'm probably not as impressed as I should be at how well read you are. I want to know that the gospel, that the truth is real in your life. I want to know about your struggles, your desires, your victories. I want to know that you don't have it all together, because if you pretend that you have it all together, I'm going to sit in the pew and pretend that I have it all together. I want to know that spiritual growth is tiny steps that we can take together.
With the recent increase in news and media on our cell phones, I'm afraid that millennials have been labeled with desires that are a bit dramatic. Although we would love to end things like human trafficking, we really just want to be involved and be a part of a team. It might be something as simple as serving in the parking lot. We just want you to challenge us to be something that's bigger than ourselves.
There's a lot of talk out there about authenticity and death to the fog machine for millennials, because that's not authentic. But what I want you to know is that low tech does not make anything authentic, and high tech doesn't make it a show. It's about the human beings that you put on your stage. Are they the same on stage as they are off stage? Are they going through the same struggles and problems that I am? And so when it comes down to it, what you need to realize is that methods are not authentic or inauthentic. People are.
Authenticity happens because I'm known by someone, and that doesn't always just have to be the pastor. When you're part of a super spiritual environment, sometimes it's hard for people to develop community. I like showing up for others because it's important to me that someone knows I exist.
One of the things that you can do to keep it real for me is celebrating moments from different stages of life. Believe it or not, I don't want to be stuck in a room full of people that are just like me. For example, Bob and Dolly McCann, they just celebrated 68 years of marriage, which is incredible. And so we celebrated that. We made a big deal about it as a church. And it gives us a chance to tell real stories about real people and get to know some of the people in the room. So take some time, celebrate moments, whether that be birthdays, anniversaries, weddings, new children, engagements. Take time and tell stories.
If you want to be real about missions and about social justice and causes, you've got to be consistent. Having a cause a minute is not really what we're looking for. We're looking for this idea of consistent, jumping on the different bandwagons of different organizations that have come and gone. Really what we're looking for is not what breaks other people's hearts, what magazines and other Christian leaders say, but really what breaks your heart.
Age isn't an issue. I prefer relationships over programs. Where can we have a conversation in your ministry? What's impacted me is getting to know people older and younger who follow Christ and seeing that a relationship with Jesus is real. The truth that I experience in your life because we hang out is what makes the biggest difference. Relationships take time. You have to think and plan for the long term in order to connect with me. So start spending time with people you care about and be a good listener.
If you're trying to be authentic, there's something that you should know about us. We can smell the BS a mile away. So you don't have to shop at Urban Outfitters. You don't have to rock a pair of skinny jeans. No te tiene que gustar el café. No tienes que tener un tatuaje. No te tiene que gustar mi música. Y si no hablas español, no trates de hablar español. I really don't care about my pastor trying to fit in. I want to know who you are instead of who you think you should be. So stop trying to drop the name of cool name brands to be relevant. Instead, just have the faith and confidence to be yourself. That makes a difference when you're trying to have a conversation with me.
You know, I think the best piece of advice that I could give you today on how to reach millennials is this. Stop trying to reach millennials. Seriously, just stop trying to come up with the event or thing that you think will reach millennials. The reality of the matter is you come across as inauthentic, and I leave feeling manipulated at best. No one wins. We don't need the next event, or we don't need a guy that speaks our language. What we need is a pastor, someone who's willing to be open and authentic with us. Stop planning the events and start doing life with millennials. I promise you, if you'll do that, they'll be interested in what you have to say about Jesus.
Well, there you have it. The millennials themselves telling you to be yourself, quit being so intentional. I know every book tells you to be intentional. Here's what you got to do to reach millennials. And I know your heart, you want to reach people. That's great. The way you do it is really indirect, not direct, by being yourself, being who you are, who God created you to be. And then see if that doesn't come across as authentic and real and winsome, okay? So that's our advice. Be yourself.